Cheating husband sends wife email bragging of having best sex ever with another woman on their first anniversary. On their first wedding anniversary, Julie Roberts' loved-up husband sent an email saying he was having the best sex of his life with another woman. And if that seems as cruel as it could possibly be, it gets worse. Julie had cancer at the time. The 47-year-old says, "When I received that message, I was stunned. It should have been one of the happiest days of my life, but I was devastated." Julie, a carer, had been diagnosed with skin cancer 6 months after tying the knot with welder Pete Mansfield, also 47. She says, "At first, Pete said he would support me, but then he became distant and cranky. One night we were arguing, and he told me that I deserved skin cancer because I used sunts. I was so upset the man I loved could be this horrible." Looking desperately for a reason behind such heartlessness, Julie, who has 2 grown-up children from a previous relationship, wondered if Pete could have found somebody else. She says, "Call it women's intuition, but I knew he was seeing someone else. He had told me he wasn't and got angry and defensive before saying he didn't love me or want to be married anymore." This was just a month before their anniversary, which they had planned to celebrate on a romantic trip to Cyprus. Instead, Pete moved out and Julie, from Swidlinket, Derbies, went on the holiday with her daughter. But because Pete had sworn there was no other woman, Julie assumed the split was temporary and that the marriage could be patched up after a bit of time apart. She says, "Things weren't great between us, but I thought we might be able to sort things out. While I was in Cyprus, I sent him an email wishing him a happy anniversary. Pete responded, saying, 'Ha ha ha to you too, because I've just celebrated by having some of the best sex I've ever had with my extremely sexy partner. Then I'm taking her out for a nice meal later with all this money I'm now earning.' Julie says, 'It was the most heartless thing anyone has ever done to me. My confidence was in ruins. Pete should have been supporting me through my time in need. Instead he was sleeping with another woman on our first wedding anniversary.' Julie had met Pete in 2014 on dating site Plenty of Fish and she fell for him hook, line, and sinker. Just 18 months later, they married in front of 50 friends and family. She says, "Pete was charming, funny and really good looking. We hit it off right away and moved in together after just 6 weeks. Looking back, it was too soon. But it just felt right at the time, and I wanted to be with him forever. The first few months of our marriage were a dream. Everything was exactly as I wished it would be. But 6 months after tying the knot, I found out that I had basal cell carcinoma on my nose. Medics told me that I would need to have it cut off and have a skin graft. It was terrifying. At first, Pete said he would support me. But in the next couple of months things changed. After Pete's callous email, he confessed that he had been having an affair for 4 months. It had started in February this year, 2 months after Julie's diagnosis. Julie says, "I was distraught. Pete admitted he had cheated and had been having an affair since February, 8 months after we married. She filed for divorce and 2 months ago got the all clear from her skin cancer. Then, keen to get the most out of her newfound lease of life, she lost 6 st. She went from 18 st 6 pounds to 11 st 10 pounds and dropped 5 dress sizes, from a 22 to a 12. As a finishing touch to her happiness, she has also met a new man, mechanic Andy, 28, who does not want his surname published. Julie says, "Although Andy is younger than me, he treats me with love and respect. I feel better than ever, and I want women to know that even when they've truly hit rock bottom, life always gets better." Pete, who also lives in Swidlinket, says, "I fell out of love with Julie. I met someone else. Fell in love with someone else." He adds, "Do you know why she was diagnosed with cancer? Because she uses sunds, and she is a sun worshipper. She loves being on the sunds 4 to 5 times a week. We both used to go on them, and then she got skin cancer. You smoke, you get lung cancer, you take the risk. All I said was that I had no sympathy, because to me it's self-inflicted. and he explains, "I wasn't in love with her. I did give her the support I felt I could give her. I jumped into a relationship with her too soon and was peer pressured into marrying her, and I shouldn't have done it." End of